students, welcome back to social class, and we are dealing with the civics chapter. Do you all remember, my dear students? So we have been dealing with the civics chapter electoral, continuation of electoral politics from the 9th standard, that is political parties. So if we see political parties, we have seen the meaning of the political parties and what are all the components of the political parties we have seen. That is leader, active followers and the members. So we have seen all these things, right? Active followers. And now we are going to see about the functions of the parties. So functions of the party. What is this function? What they are going to do? So we have different functions which is being performed by the political parties. So before getting into that, the basic political parties fill political offices or being elected or exercising few powers, okay, that is called as the political powers. So these parties have certain functions which has to be followed by them throughout the year when they are ruling or the opposition. The first thing is about the contesting in election. So we have been seeing from the beginning that they are supposed to contest in the election. Only then they can declare themselves as a political party. Yes. So if you see many areas, many places, the candidates put up their political parties. Okay. In most places, democratic component, the elections are being fought mainly among the candidates. Okay, so they will be the competitors for each other, right? So they will have competition. So the political parties are being selected by the candidates in different ways. Okay, so in India and other country, how they are selected, we'll see. So if you see in some countries like USA, the members and the supporters of the parties are being chosen by the candidates. So, who is being selected by the candidates, the supporters as well as members are selected in USA. Now, more and more countries are following this method because the people only should select the candidates. The candidates are only made to select their own members and supporters. But in India, you can find that the party leader chooses the candidates. Actually, it should be done in such a way that the members and the supporters of the party should select their candidates, right? But in India, what is happening is that the leader, political head, for example, a party is there, that party head will decide who will be contesting in which ward and what will be the symbol. All these things will be framed only by the head of the party, not like supporters, not the members of the party can decide this. Okay, that is the first function of the political party. And second thing, if you see, is about the political parties put forward their different policies and programs. Yes, once they come into a ruling party, they will frame their own policies and they will frame their own programs which has to be developed, right, in order to gain a lot of importance. So each of us have different opinion and views about the society, right? But the government can handle, so they are going to handle it in a different manner where you can find varieties of views will be coming, where it can be compiled and given. Then a large number of similar opinions can be taken and that similar opinions can be concentrated for the improvement of their own parties. For example, a NEET exam is there, so all are demanding for cancellation of the NEET examination. That is what is the opinion, right? This can be taken by the political party. It can be dealt with the Supreme Court or the central parties, and they can even lead to the cancellation of these examination can be done by the political party. So this is the major opinion to be concentrated or compiled and made into the function. That is the one thing. And they can formulate this. Formulation means they can implement, they can make them to practice. Okay, that can be done. Then this is what is called as party does. And apart from this, they may even reduce the vast multitude of opinions into an few basic things. So lot of ideas will come, no? So they will make it into a few aspects. Okay, so few aspects and what it will be supporting. Okay, a government is expected to base its policies on the line taken by the ruling party. So the government, whatever rule implements, whatever policy it is implementing, it should be linked, or it should have a connection with the ruling party. Without the connection of the ruling party, government cannot function. That is different. So government will not be functioning without the linking of the basic aspects with the leaders or ruling party. Okay, that is the second thing. Then third thing is making of laws. So here we have the formal aspects, like laws are being debated and passed in the legislative. We have legislative body, right? Law making body, executive, legislative and judiciary, which you might have studied, right? So here the legislative is the body which makes the laws. So these laws has to be made, framed, and it has to be undergoing so many process in the parliament where they will debate on it, where they discuss about it, and they will even pass it, and they may even nullify it. Nullifying means they may cancel it. Okay, so this is the process that goes on in the parliament. So when a law has been made, it will be done along with the legislative bodies, MLAs. Okay, so those MLAs sit together, plan it, they will have a debate on it, they'll discuss the merits and demerits of it, and finally if it is really good policy, it will be forwarded or it will be passed to make it in the form of a law. Otherwise it will be remaining as a bill, just a proposal which is being posted. Okay, so this is how the law is also formed. Okay, but since most of the members belonging to a party, they go by the direction of their leaders, head. So most of them know when they are having a discussion, there's something which is happening in common places where the leader, what he says, all the people, followers, members, supporters, everyone will go by abiding what he says. Yes, so this is what is commonly happening. So next thing, the fourth thing that you can see is parties form and run the government. So they are only the party which is going to form. So the big policy decisions are being taken by this political executives. So we call these political leaders as the political executives. Okay, so you might have studied in 9th standard political executives, permanent executives. Do you remember, my dear students? Yes, if not, go to that chapter and look at it, and you will be knowing who is a permanent executive and who is a political executive. Okay, so these political executives will be remaining for 5 years. After that, then it may change, it may not change also. It is there in the hands of the common people. Then you can see that the political parties, they train themselves and they make their own ministers to run the government. So they are going to give training for their own people, their own family, their own supporters. Okay, supporters will be supported, they will be trained, they will be made to do lot of activities. Okay, only then he will be made as an MLA, Minister of Legislative Assembly. Okay, so that is the thing. Then you can find the opposition party and the ruling party. So what is this opposition party and what is this ruling party? So when you are studying in electoral politics chapter itself, your ma'am or your teacher might have told you that is, for example, in India, Tamil Nadu, how many wards are there? So for example, 243 wards are there, means, so in this around 190 or 180 might be won by some party like BJP. Okay, so if they have won 180 and the remaining is in the other allied peoples, like 10 in one party like Congress and 10 in the DMK, 10 in ADMK, if it is so, they will add everyone together to make a full-fledged party. Okay, so the next party which is at the top, for example, if Congress is there, so Congress have got around 100 votes. means the BJP will be considered as the ruling party and the Congress will be considered as the opposition party. So now you understood what is ruling party and opposition party? Yes. So this ruling party has an thing to do, that is what they have been doing. They are framing laws, they are making laws, implementing schemes, programs, all these things are being done by them. Then you can see that the opposition party has also a role to be played. Okay, so that is the role of the opposition party. If you see, the fifth point is role of the opposition party. So those party that loses in the election plays the role of opposition. Okay, which is losing will be considered as the opposition party. Okay, so that party also has a power. Okay, their voice has been different. They will view everything in a different manner. They will be the first person to criticize what has been done by the ruling party, and they will be giving lot of informations about the ruling parties, and whenever a failure has been met by the ruling party, the first critic will be coming from the opposition party only. So when wrong policies implemented, when wrong schemes are implemented, they will be the first person to raise their voice. So opposition party also mobilizes their own opinions. Okay, mobilizes their own opinions towards the government and form of the government. This is the fifth point. And next you have the sixth point, which says about the shaping public opinions. How these parties are going to shape the public opinions? Yes, they are shaping the public opinions. They rise and highlight the issues. So when they are rising and highlighting the issues related to the common peoples. Example, Anita's issue related to NEET was an issue which was being raised commonly by everyone, right? When NEET exams often comes. So that brings or that makes a shape of the publics. It gives a proper shape and fight for a common right. Okay, so that will be raised. So party has lakhs of members and active spreaders who will throughout the country. So what they will do is many people pressurize by supporting the common peoples. They'll pressurize to change a law, change an scheme that is implemented. So when all these things are happening, you can find that there will be a change in the society which happens. That is called as the shaping of public opinion. Okay, my dear students, and often these opinions in the society are being crystallized as on the lines of the political parties, and the final function of the political party is to access the government machineries and welfare schemes. So political parties are going to implement certain aspects, like they are going to order the citizens. It is easy to appropriate a local party to lead that an official officer, government officer to come. So that is why they feel close to the parties even when they do not fully trust them. Parties have to be responsive to the people. Needs of them and demands of them should be fulfilled. Otherwise, the people can reject the party. So what they will do is they will try to access certain aspects like what is people's welfare, how they will be benefited, all these things they will be seeing. So first thing when they see is that when they are making a scheme, it should be easily available to everyone. That will be the first thing. And when a law is being implemented, it should be in such a way that which can be followed by everyone. And if this is not happening, when the people, even they do not trust the political parties too much, they will try to follow, abide by the rules and regulations. That they will do. Okay, so if they find it not good for them, there is a possibility of the common people to reject this political party in the next election. Okay, next forthcoming election. So what will happen is that there is a possibility of the political party to totally thrown out. So the schemes is implemented, the welfare policies that has been implemented by the government will be taken very much care, and only then it will be implemented. So that is what is about the functions of the political parties, my dear students. The remaining I will explain you in the next class. Thank you, my dear students.